So in this video, I want to talk about the best age to RV. Age is important. It's a number that gives you a metric on your lifespan, your season of life, a level of your physical abilities, and what you need to accomplish. When you're younger, and let's define younger by a numerical metric. When you're a younger adult, let's say from the ages of 18 to 30, you're a younger adult. And when you're a younger adult, you need stability to build your career, to build your personal habits, and to establish yourself as a young adult. Because you're volatile, your brain doesn't fully develop till 25. Because you're volatile, you just graduated high school or got out of school, you need to establish stability in your career. Because you're volatile, you're trying to figure out life a little bit and get away from your parents' way of living and figure out your own way of living per se. You need stability. And RVing is adventure but instability. So when you're a younger adult, specifically ages 18 to 30, in my experience, I think you need stability, not mobility. I think when you're a middle-aged adult, and let's define that by a numerical number, which is age. I think when you're a middle-aged adult, ages 30 through 60, you should hopefully be established with your career. Hopefully you've built some habits where you got away from drinking. You don't drink anymore. You don't smoke. And you've developed yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. You have some financial understanding now that you're more established as a middle-aged person. You can afford to add some adventure, mobility, and volatility and variety to your life because you have stability in other ways. You're balanced. I think when you're an older adult, when you're a senior citizen, and let's define that by a numerical number, which is age. I think when you're a senior citizen, ages 60 and up, the average life expectancy is just about 80. So let's say 60 to 80, but you can go 60 to 100 if you think you'll live that long. I think as you get older, you need stability. Why? Because as you get older, it's like you go back to being younger, back to being a baby. You fear falling as you get into your 70s. You're not that keen on driving, especially at night. And you need less variables and more consistent. If you get hurt, sick, injured, if you don't want to drive, if, doctor's appointments, whatever, you need stability. As you become an older senior, your body is decaying. You're going back to like being a baby. So I think younger adults, ages 18 to 30, older adult senior citizen, ages 60 to 80, I think those are the two time periods where you need stability, not flexibility, per se. Because you certainly don't want volatility, which comes when you live mobile. So ideally, and again, this is just food for thought. You do what you want, it's your life. This is not a dictation. This is a perspective of my thoughts. I think the best time to RV numerically, a number that measures age, that measures lifespan, that measures seasons of life and what you will do. I think the best time to RV would probably be in your 30s to 50s. In that 20-year span, 30s, 40s, 50s, something like that, even 30 years maybe. But again, the only problem, you won't do it that long, I don't think. Why? Because, again, after you've been RVing for 5 years, 10 years, but I think 5 years is the number. After you've kind of seen what you want to see and you'll spend most of your time in one area, and then why would you stay in an RV if you're spending 90% of your time in one area? It doesn't make sense because you're not planning for your senior years where you need more stability. You need a paid off house and you want to kind of live where you enjoy living in a safe neighborhood so that when you become a senior, You're not forced into certain housing. You're not forced into RV parks. You have more of a choice, but you have to position yourself in your middle age. So I would say, in my perspective, my experience, my opinion is, middle age is probably the best time to RV, but you need to prepare and have some foresight for your senior years. I think when you're younger adult, I think, you can make sacrifices. You can live on the road, live out of your vehicle, but I think you need to establish yourself and gain stability in your career, your physical habits, your mindset, your development of yourself as a young adult. And I think, that's kind of the breakdown on how I see the nomadic life, the RV life, the van life, the car life. And let me know what your thoughts are, if they're positive, even if they're different, somewhat positive. I like positivity, per se. But either way, click the thumbs up, share the video, show up. If you don't show up, your life doesn't get better. Why? Well, what's the opposite of showing up? Sleeping late, not doing anything. And then you wake up late, you feel bad about yourself, you're not productive, you don't get done what you need to do or what you want to do. And no matter how you live, you're not in a good place. And this is what I mean when you're younger. Develop yourself, develop good habits, develop the ability to discipline yourself to show up to your responsibilities. So as you get older, you have more leverage in the workforce, you have more discipline with yourself to push yourself to do what you need to do. Because if you can't take care of yourself, someone else has to take care of you. If you can't provide for yourself, someone else has to provide for you. If you need help in an emergency, seek it. But if you live life like there's an emergency, fix it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video.